Hello everyone. Welcome to Edmonton-Blender-Artists. Oh. Just getting set up here. Hope that music wasn't too loud. I think I got everything set up now. So we're here at Edmonton-Blender-Artists. It's a little meetup group I've created, and some people have popped by over the year or so I've been doing it. And I encourage anyone who is interested in Blender, especially in Edmonton and Alberta and Canada, to come hang out and share your passion with others. If you're not aware of what Blender is, it's a 3D free and open source animation modeling software. So like, you ever seen the Minions or some sort of 3D animation movie? Blender is the free and open source version of what, the big studios like Pixar use to make their models and their worlds and their characters move and dance and talk and all that stuff. It's got many uses, from like what I was talking about, 3D modeling and animating. You can do 2D modeling and animating with it. Video editing if you want, and image editing, storyboarding, graphic design, gaming models and gaming worlds, and a little bit more. I am Chris, and I am a visual music artist producer who lives in Edmonton. Just a disclaimer, I am a little hearing impaired, so if you come hang out and I'm saying what a lot, or you don't think I'm catching something, just say so, and it's all good. I am the creator of this meetup, and I am managing this group on Meetup.com, and I'm trying to host this regularly. It's been a while. I think it's been about 4 months at least since the last one. Been pretty busy, but I will continue over the years. I can try to do it once or twice a month for 1 to 2 hours at a time. And today will be about 1 hour from 2 to 3 p.m. And the reason we're all here is to meet people who have the same passion. This is a group dedicated to Blender and Blender only, and it's about sharing your passions. Come here and show us your projects. Show us what you're working on. If you got problems or issues, maybe we can come together and figure it out together, teach each other, learn from each other, and grow with each other. Blender is a pretty intense program. When you first open it up and you've never used it, you're like, what is going on here? And it's nice to have people, especially people in your local community, who you can give a shout to, and they might have the answers for you. As good as Google Gemini AI is these days for helping, it's always nice to have real people in the real world coming together and sharing their passions together. And that's kind of the whole point of this meetup. And the plan is what I'm doing right now for the first 10 minutes to see if anyone shows up. And I give you the whole rundown of the whole meetup idea. If anyone shows up and they are new to it and they want to get a brief, basic rundown to get started, do that for the 10 minutes to half an hour. And then from half hour to 1 hour, talk to people, discuss whatever you want to discuss. It's free and open. And you can show your work, talk about your work. And then 1 hour beyond that, I have a project I've been working on since the start of this. I call it Old McDonald. And if no one shows up, I'll just get right into that, because it's basically just an idea for showing Blender and how it works and how to grow a project. And if anyone ever shows up, it's pretty loose and free, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. And if anyone ever wants to do their own meetup on Blender Edmonton Artists and take the reins and run it and the way they want to do it, I'm open to that. I can help host it, and then you can go nuts and go from there. The content streams on YouTube. And I made a Telegram chat too. You can find it Edmonton-Blender-Artists on YouTube. And the Telegram, if anyone ever wants, you can message me a Meetup. And I can give you the link there. Or if you show up, I can give it to you in the comments here. But it's there for people to kind of, you know, if anyone needs quick answers or someone to talk to quickly, it's a good instant messaging app for that. And yeah, down the road, if get more interest in this meetup, we can go take it further and make a website or something, or like a Facebook page or somewhere where prospecting companies that might need a talented artist can go and find a talented artist. But that's just an idea for the future. So, oh. So far, no one is here right now, which is okay. Happens. So I'm going to go right into Old MacDonald. And as you can see, I have a barn. And I've been working on a little scene here. It's we're going for a cute kind of basic 3D modeling. And maybe down the road, as it gets more advanced, we might even take it to trying to like show off more ways to make it more realistic looking. But right now, I'm just trying to keep it nice and cute and simple. You got some piggies in their trough, in the mud, drinking their water, eating their grub. And last time we were hanging out, we were trying to show how you can put holes in your models. So we had the barn walls here. And we were struggling because there was just one setting we weren't figuring out. But if you use a Boolean, it's called. Right now there's the barn walls were modeled as such without windows. And our friend David suggested that we put some windows in there. And you can cut holes in a model and make a window that way. But there's modifiers that you can add to a model or an object. And one of them is called a Boolean. And what you do is you put the Boolean on the model you want the hole in. And you then make a object like such that is in the shape of the hole you want to put in your model. And then when you have the Boolean on the barn walls model, and now you got to select the cube that I've already sized out for the wall, for the window hole, and you select it, and then you make it go away by hiding it, and then you'd use exact. And don't tell me I'm trying to do that. Oh yeah, okay, so then I'll turn it back on. And then use fast. And I see that David's in here now. And that's what I figured out, because he messaged me there, and let me see if I can turn you on. Hello?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Awesome. Awesome. How's it going?
Pretty good. You know, having some nice weather now. We previously had some not nice weather, so it's nice that it lines up for the weekend for once.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's going to be another heavy bit of rain tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you messaged me in the meetup last time, and see if I can find it here. You're saying that it looks like the group. No, wait, wasn't it? Oh, you wrote. Where did you post? You posted on the
I
group itself discussion, I think.
mm,
Do, do,
maybe.
do.
I did post in the YEG animation that to notify of this. Got a few hearts, so you know maybe some people can't make it this time, but you know, spreading the word as much as I can.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Um, yeah.
I'm gonna be here till about 3 p.m. today, and then I'm gonna be hard out. I was just
I,
did the beginning intro there. I don't know if you saw that. You just popped in
yeah.
now or whatnot, but yeah. And then I was just moving into the old McDonald here, and I trying to pull up what you were saying before because I can't remember what you're saying that you thought it was, but
Mm-hmm.
what I figured out was it was actually fast,
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
and
good.
it was on. We kept trying to figure it out on exact, and then I just hit fast, and that ended up working to put a hole in the barn
There are
here.
a lot of weird griefer points on like this is what this means, and you're like, oh, this will not be documented anywhere. But you know, just like every like rotation challenges of like global versus local with parent, and I'm like, maybe that's what I have to do is do an explanation of like here's what the differences are of like make us like a 4x4 grid of here's what happens, here's how they'll be different, you know, XXXS. Let's see if we can find how they all play out, because you know if there is an answer to this, maybe it should be documented somewhere, and
Yeah, it's
maybe
finding things is
good.
better. I find now
Mm-hmm.
Google AI even is just it's really good at working through problems this day and age, but it's still there is these elusive little just check that one box and that's the solution.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes it's hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
I think I duplicate that. Will that interesting. Oh, I guess yeah, because that'd be a different one. Okay. Anything on your mind that you want to talk about for about Blender that you've been interested in, or something new that's
Oh,
popped up?
just a few things of uh, someone has figured out how to like stitch together one of the new video mocap models. It's pretty a junky process, but the thing is, it's like it's local, it runs on your machine, and there's no credit limit. So for me, that is super valuable, even if you know any of the online motion capture stuffs, video ones are better. It's just the you know having an infinite supply of that is very nice.
Do you have
I'm
example of what you're talking about? If you can show me that I can throw on the screen from Google or
sure. I let me go
you can put it
see
in the
if I
private
can.
chat too if you have a link there.
I did. I have started my own YouTube channel to try and document what is going on there. It,
Nice.
um, you know, hope let's see if this helps people. But also, having just started YouTube, I understand why YouTubers are like that now. Just lots of like things about when you open the website, you'll just instantly see your view metrics, and I'm like, I can see how quickly this will drive me insane. And like you just have to make the decision, I will not care about this, I will not care about this. Oh, the number went up, that's excellent. It's so this is what it started off as, and just it's a way of just on your machine with no credits, just being able to take from videos. I'm using stuff from Pexel, which is like a place where you can get
See,
free rates, free
first
videos.
we go and run this script that brings a video in.
Are you hearing that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to play it? And is that you talking? You made this video?
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Do you want to
So,
play it, or do you want to talk over as you explain it more?
it's explained there. I've already made some improvements on it, but it's that the guy is Seb's studio, like Carlos something Burnett or something. He's online, very smart coder, but he found a way of connecting SAM 3D to get it to run mostly in Blender. Like what you do is you take the video, set your markers for which key poses you want to do. In theory, if you had enough compute or time, you could just take all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
And
before you go, I'm gonna play this whole video. It's 4 minutes, so it's not that bad. And then I'm gonna let you explain it further, just so
go.
If everyone
Sure.
watches it, they have an idea of what
That's
you're talking about.
excellent.
Hello, this is SGM Studio Go Mocap. I'm here to give you a run through of pipeline I've been building to take sign language videos and turn them into 3D digital assets. See, first we go and run this script that brings a video in. Then we go and set markers for every key pose we want. We could in theory do this for all of them, but it will just take more time. I want to go see the whole hands there. Yep, go back, forth, get as many as we feel we need. Then go. Yep, just going on there. See how many we need. And there we go. Now we go and render the marks frames. And then we go and run the AI SM3D, the SAM3D. It's under the SEB add-on, Studio add-on. It runs the SAM3D model on the various rendered poses and then creates them and turns them into an animation. It takes a little bit of time, so in the meantime, I'm just going to say I got this video from Pexels by a gentleman named Tima. I will include their name. YouTube was mean and would not let me include a link because I'm new to YouTubing. So hopefully I can link them in the comments there. But yeah, it just goes and generates this. And we go. And here we go. And a reminder, please don't train on people on data that's not given to that purpose. It's just rude. So now we get batch generate from folder. Give it a second, and let's go compare what we've got. As you can tell, the feet have no idea where they're going, but this is very easy to fix and clean up. See there? Got pretty good mapping on there, but no facial data. Luckily, there's another tool we have that can help do that pretty quickly. It is FaceCap Pro. It is a paid add-on. You can get that on SuperHive. But it's a pretty good starting point, and you can take these animations and then put them on to whatever rig you would like to for further cleanup. Go run second script to just get everything all packaged up and nice. And now here's where we go and grab the facial data. FaceCap Pro does allow for you to automatically run this through Python, so it's just going to run. We wait a minute. And we keep waiting. If you're a billionaire watching this, please send me GPUs. Okay, so this brings up a little head, and we're going to do our shift things there. And we can see it matches the frame rate there and has all of them. So we now have all the necessary add-ons we have for quick cleanup. So it's all done pretty quickly and didn't need online access. And you can go and now take this data for use it for whatever your next purpose is.
Very cool, man. Wow. That's
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
no idea where they're going, but this is very
yep. Hopefully it gets good enough that I can just it doesn't have to be perfect, but just stream through videos, and then I'll be like asking people like, hey, if you have data that you want to do or are in a sign language group that doesn't have things there, just like throw them to me. I'll just go run script through there.
yeah, and all
Because
the bugs will be worked out, and it'll just play it and
yep,
it figures it out. Click of a
yep,
button kind of thing.
yep. And then from there, it's just a question of, okay, that would be a nice like hey, this is done, on to doing something else. Because having done this for a while, the dream is to have like the pipeline so built that you can just like input things and you'll get maybe not fully artistically done, but pretty good standardized, quick and cheap access. And then from there, like it's not. I don't think it's that unreasonable to say, okay, we got 80% of them perfect, 20% of them were not perfect. Here's how you fix the other 20% if you so desire. But one of the
Yeah.
rules I had when starting this project is don't fix things until people say that they're insufficient, because there's just like uh, perfectionism will eventually kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I've been working on.
How many
What have you
hours
been
you?
doing?
How many hours have you put into that?
This thing is probably like 30 or 40, but like I've been doing like several, like I've done motions in different things. So I wish I kept track of the hours, but it's definitely in the thousands. It's good. That being said, I'm hoping if I get the video right, I can just say this works. Find someone who wants to do the entire dictionary, do it through that, because once this method is done, it should be very fast. It looks slow in the video, but if I'm doing this at my day job where I'm just like every 10 minutes, I just go run scripts. Every 10 minutes, run the scripts again. I could do that for, many hours a day without having to focus or, just in between copies, just have the phone being like run script.
Yeah.
And,
Um. So I'm trying to like wrap my head around it. You open a regular Blender file,
mhm.
and now you have the male model. Did
that
and you run the preview sequence. Are you running? You're running the video file in Blender.
yes, there's a video sequence editor in Blender. I think it's just one of the things that's a little
Yeah,
hidden.
this isn't it's video
Yeah.
editing, right?
Yep.
You run it through
Yep.
there,
Yep.
and then when you ran, and then this is a add-on, Sam 3D tool.
I'll see if I can post the link in the chat. It's Sam is the motion capture engine that it
Yeah.
uses. It's by Meta. It's Segment Everything 3D. Seb is the add-on and the person who figured out how to like glue this into Blender so we could use it like that. It's technically a separate model, but you use Blender to like take the picture, take the frames you want to render, and then it'll be like, okay, here's my pose estimate for this frame, for this frame, for this frame. It's and then it being put together gives the illusion of animation. Not perfect, of course, but it from that you can just go and say like, here are the poses I'm most interested in recording, and yeah, that's how it is. It's just like a bunch of keyframes, and then you do a bunch of like little Python tricks to turn that into a full animation.
That's what I'm getting over to. So, but this model here,
Yep.
Was it not there until you ran it through this? Or
The
did you
add-on,
start with the model?
like there's a button that says load the MHR. I'm blanking on what that acronym stands for, but that's
Yeah.
like their kind of mapping for this. So it's like, see if I can look up what that name is very quickly.
Did you start with a? I guess the right question is: did you start with a human model doing a T pose, and then
It is the model came with an A pose, and it's
A
just
pose?
natural. There, this is the add-on that's doing it, and my major contributions is just trying to refine this in Blender so it's very fast to do very quickly. So yeah, that's
Okay, yeah. So there it is. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then
he's of course doing it for general video mocap. Perfectly fine. I think that's a great thing to do, but I'm seeing if I can use it there. And then I used an add-on you can get on Superpipe called FaceCap Pro to do the. It just runs basically. I think it's OpenCV to just run on the video and try and estimate the facial positions.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm not sure how good the facial data is. I think it's good to have it because hey, you do them all at once, and if you have to check the face data, it's fine. As you know, keep it, and you can always throw it away later. Let me see. But
Did you add something to do the fingers and the hands to see CEB Sam 3D body version, or
no,
does that already have mapping to the hands come with it?
it already has mapping to the hands, so
Interesting. Okay.
like, and it's actually pretty decent on body estimations of, especially for like hand and body intersections.
Mhm.
However, I don't think this is a flaw with the model. It's just when it can't see the hips or the legs, it just kind of guesses randomly. So probably one of the first procedural fixes is just be like, is the hip moving more than this range of like a person standing like this many degrees? Okay, fix it to only move that many degrees and see if that like smooths it out, because every time they're just looking at this, and being humans would be, he's probably standing straight up, but the machine just doesn't get that because the legs could be anywhere. So he could be
And
actually on his knees at this moment.
uh, and then when you're talking about editing those parameters, you're doing that in the Python code.
Yep. And like just trying like Python, Blender and Python, like they go decently well together. And
Yeah.
goodness, even the free LLM models are pretty decent at Blender Python. You've got to know specifically what to ask for, and just try and break it down as simply as possible to try and get them to do like one task at a time. But they're pretty good at doing the one task. Now, if you just say like, "Hey, create a complete whatever," they'll just start hallucinating randomly because they'll just be like, "This is
Yeah.
kind of like the bigger projects." But if you're like, "I want a script that takes the bone named this, copy whatever it is, and reduces its movement by 90%," oh, it would be able to do that. It might not understand what that bone is, or that bone is like the hips are parented, the legs are parented to the hips, but it would be able to find, here's the script for bone named 1234, dampened by a factor of 90. Things that are like almost everything in Blender is actually just like a Python wrapper, so they work quite well together. It does, however, take a lot of time, and sometimes you'll when there's an update to like 5.2 or something, things will break in weird ways, and then you're like, oh, this is an API change that no one documented. Cool. things you learn.
Oh, I know. Updates, man. I hate updates. Always updates. Yeah, that's I honestly like your level of understanding of this is far beyond mine. I find it fascinating, but I have a lot to learn in that regard. That's for
One of
sure.
the things I actually do very much like about Blender is it doesn't take that long before you start learning things that other people just don't because they just weren't down that tech path. It's really cool that like, oh, I just saw someone's tutorial on how to rig a bike, and I'm like, I have never thought about rigging a bike before in my life, but I'm like, cool, I want to learn what you learned from this project. So that's one of the nice things about Blender is you can go really deep in any one direction, but there's also just always stuff you can always be fine like, how do you make a flower in geometry nodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to go deeper into geometry nodes for sure. I've never had a math brain. I've always had just a creative itch and brain, but yeah, it's just trying to even understand that stuff with like geonodes and procedural texturing and stuff. It's fun to experiment, but I got a lot to learn and try to develop my math brain a little bit more to understand it in a way that's like useful. Like I know which modules to put together in the math nodes to make it do what I'm trying to imagine, right?
Yep. And you don't need every single thing to like. Sometimes it's also just like this will put in this trig function and output the correct trig function. You don't need to know everything about it, just to be like, okay, this is what's going on. I don't need to calculate it by hand. I just know put this in and it gets me a triangle.
Yeah. For this system, you could film yourself like dancing or something, and then you could use it that way too to make a model dance. Yeah. And in your searches, this is the best one you found so far, or because there's a whole variety. I've tried other ones. There's one for faces before. It was called like Blender Tracks or something like that, and I found that it worked, but then bringing in a Blender, unless you had like a really super fast computer, it would put like too many vectors, vertices on it, and it would have like too many bones, and it would be really slow to try to work with, right? This one, you have a pretty decent computer. You don't have anything super fancy, right? But it seems like it's moving pretty fast.
It's compared, it's decent. It was like high end a few years ago, which I'm like, I don't know, like with how much graphics cards are going for now.
Yeah.
Like, maybe one day I will be able to get one of those giant VRAM cards, but you can do it for like, the segment everything. It generally wants continuity. So if you're going to do cuts in like from different camera angles, just run each of those separately because it's things there. But Seb's videos, he does a lot of, he did some track runs. He's done some like music video stuff where they're playing on the drums. There are certain shortcomings of if they can't see where the hands are, they're going to just kind of guess what the hand shape should be, which is, not perfect, but it's also not that hard to fix. And, you can use it for a lot of things. And, hopefully with some refinements, it can be made faster. I definitely say the online ones are better for motion capture, but those cost credits for use or money. So for my use case where I've got like in theory 20,000 2 to 5 second clips where I'm just like just the clip, it's not as like those would be practical if I had deeper pockets, which
so what is it's called like AI motion capture for Blender?
There's most of them aren't specific. Most of them export to Blender, but they're not specifically for Blender. You can put them into Maya or any of the other ones, Unreal. It's like there's Quick Magic, there's things there. There's online. I think Rococo now has one. It's let me see.
Quick Magic AI mocap.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Interesting. Okay. And then you pay if you pay and you get like this many credits.
You get some for free. But given the nature of that, I cannot guarantee that they are training on the data on the videos that you send to them. But I think it's the safest assumption that they are just for any of these online video to mocap services. that and since I like Pexels gives you the rights to do this, so it might be fine in that case. But also I try not to get sued. That's, hopefully I don't get sued. That would be,
Not good.
at least if you have the track record of trying to mitigate, you're probably like they'll probably let you off with a
Cease and desist, hopefully, just like
or just like you have misinterpreted what these rights are, in which case like okay. And should if the system works, I can always go and make my own videos of this. I tried that on myself. I will probably like you can build a decent pipeline off of just a phone of being like, okay, just keep recording, and then you go somewhere else, you cut out what you need, find the take you want, and just like throw it in there. So there are it is nice to have a solution that doesn't require online access, because you never know when they're either going to raise prices, cut off, or go away. One of go ahead.
Yeah, that's I've always gravitated toward that. Try and like get it. Like I've tried for like I've installed like Stable Diffusion, and I've done like LLMs on my PC and stuff like that, because I like the idea of having it on your computer and it running regardless of if you have the internet or not, or like some other you get paid program. I balance it out between the both, but yeah, it's nice to have it working on your own system for sure.
Yeah, because like goodness forbid the situation changes, or whatever happens, I can just be like, I can continue this project without even an internet connection. I don't know why I would, but it is nice to just know that like when I was originally starting this project, I did like Blender. I was thinking Maya was going to be better, and there are a lot of really, really good tools on Maya, but I just did not feel comfortable building with someone else's toolkit like that, because you're just like
what's Maya? Maya is another like 3D modeling software.
Yeah, it's generally the professional version. It's used a lot for animation. It's run by Autodesk. It's a fine software. Yeah, it's a fine software, but
that one right there.
It's like at minimum $400 a year.
Yeah.
To use, and I came to the conclusion, well, if someone wants to work with my stuff, and asking them to pay $400 is probably a big ask, and what's worse is that $400 would go to someone who is not me. So it's like, if you're gonna ask for, if you're going to put like a wall on your stuff, you should at least be benefiting from that. And if you don't want to put a wall on your stuff, which I don't, try and use the cheapest tools you can. I'm going to be trying, once I get the pipeline a little bit more suited, to see if I can use the Unreal system.
Because that's free. Yeah.
Free. If I could get it to be automated, their facial capture is very much better than like what you can get from basic add-ons. But it's one of those, like, that's a nice to have, and hopefully I will get there. And then, the ideal is that I can just start running this while at my day job, and just be like every 15 minutes between doing something, and just hit the enter button and get this stuff moved out.
Just keep running it. Yeah.
I've always wanted, just the dream of having a button where you just press the button and you get $1.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun button. Every 15 minutes, you'd be like, press the button. Figure out how you could like set up that the Homer Simpson bird to just constantly hit the key.
I've been trying to figure it out my whole life, man. If I could
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on, and you're providing a lot of information about all the different varieties of Blender and 3D modeling in general. So like, I make this Edmonton-Blender-Artists, but it's it's good to know all the other options out there available too, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you. So what I was doing recently, I like to make like little electronic music videos.
Nice.
And I call this project 5 Eyes. and
Nice.
it's spelled kind of funny. But where is it? Okay, so this is everything with Blender is like, or even any 3D modeling project is it's just a matter of time and how much time can you put into something, right? And it's like, well, I want to make like a world, and it's like, well, I only have so much time in the day. Like I could spend 5 years trying to make one music video, right? So I'm trying to like speed up the process and utilize AI and all the variety of things, right? I can make basic models and all that, and then so I'll do this. Just interesting. The, let me see if I can pull it up here. I'll just give an example first. Where is it? Okay, this one. So first off, just an example. 5 eyes. Woo. So I started off with like, this is just not even Blender, but just kind of interacting with the music, right? Yeah, and that's not even, that's just like this AI. The idea is electronic music, and then there's cute creatures that are dancing and walking around and going on adventures and stuff, and it's evolving over time. But like that's just an AI generated image, and then the background is too, and then making it using I did use Blender for this. I use Apple Motion, and it just bounces with the audio, right? And we talked about that last time. You showed me some good stuff for I course for Blender that I'm going to take eventually too, to like kind of learn a bit more about making audio. Like it's always like, how much time and effort can I put into something? And you know, like this, I'm trying to make the bigger the world, but also not spend 100 to 5,000 hours on something, right? And this is a bit of a mix of geo nodes to make these crazy shapes and stuff. And this creature I generated with meshy.ai, and then I made him walk around. So the next one I'm working on, and like I said, I'm trying to understand geonodes more. And
there was, I think 5.2, there's like some, I'll see if I can find it online. Someone hooked up geonodes directly with music production, and like, I'm sorry, like it reads a music sound and then it reacts accordingly. I'm going to go mad trying to find this now. Because that's like one of those things, if you see something, you're like, that is cool, and then you try to find it again and it's gone forever.
Yeah, I'm a huge note taker. I like making massive amounts of notes.
I think it's caramel Cartesian.
Where's the this one? Yeah, okay, so
let me see.
this is just the grass. What's going on here? Oh.
Ooh, I think it's 5.2. I'm not. Do you have access to Twitter?
X, yeah.
X, yes. Give me 1 second. This is someone from things there. They've got a sample music node coming in 5.2, which will, for your work, it's a very good tool to have. I'm not sure if it'll end up in any post-production, but it's one of those just like, oh, you can now just track your music stuff from there. And I'm already thinking like, how can we, use this to never have to animate someone's mouth movement ever again?
Geometry Nodes will have a sample sound frequencies node in Blender 5.2. It allows creating animations and simulations based on audio data without having to use non-procedural workarounds. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. So that's 5.2 coming out in the next few months. So yeah, I'm not sure how that would help your project, but yeah, another tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, it's endless. And my main computer, I still using what is this? This one's like 3.22, and then I have a newer PC that because this is an Apple computer and it's an older one, so I can't update the system. And now Apple's moved on to whatever they call like Metal or new GPUs and their M5 chips and all that stuff. So maybe one day, hopefully in the not too distant future, I'll be able to upgrade from there. But I can do the newer versions on my PC, so I'm back and forth between using the two different ones and learning. And yeah, it's just it's interesting how well GeoNodes, because if you replicate all these and just copy them, it'll slow up resources. But GeoNodes can be a really efficient way to manage resources and not crash your Blender. I love that about learning about them. I just don't know why this isn't popping up right now. It's this one. There we go. So this is the grass. I don't know why. This is this is. This one. This one. You can see I have them for replicating. Oh, I see what's gone. So it's using this. You had all these little creatures.
Nice.
Yeah, just running around, moving around. But again, it's just like, so I can definitely make cute creatures, and I do from time to time. And I work on, this one creature here or there, and one, tree here or there or whatever. And I try to make models as time goes on. But at the same time, as an individual trying to make music videos with lots of characters, lots of environments and stuff, it's like the AI is helping a lot. So it's like I can generate like this palm tree rather than spending 5 or 6 hours making a nice interesting cartoon palm tree with a nice texture and all that, and all these different guys. And then I was the next part is like, well, how do you animate them? And then and that's a whole nother rabbit hole, right? To rig a character and then animate the rig, or even like run it through a rigging process. So what I was doing was I was taking just rendering images from different angles. And if I do this, I believe, 1 second here. This isn't, okay. Just like different scenes in different sections. And then I did some with just the individual animal, I think, there. So the individual animal, individual animal, individual animal. And got the speakers randomly, right? And then from there, I ran it through OpenArt and prompted it to animate it in certain ways. So you have these guys, and now they're all dancing. And then, wow. It's just like the amount of time this stuff saves you for doing cool little things like that, right? And then eventually I'll edit it all together with the music and try to make it look and move with the music. But they're just interesting streamline ways, and it's amazing what AI can do. It's still obviously you can't get to the perfect control, but you can make some really cool stuff using Blender to get the idea out, and then run it through AI to do other things.
Yeah, this is definitely like it's a toolkit to be used with other people. Like, I'm generally on the moderate side of the AI debate. Does it do everything? No, but see what it does do, and then use it. It's sort of like complaining that like a statue made of marble doesn't move. It's like, well, the reason you make it in marble is so it doesn't move.
And it's gonna be like it's already rapidly advanced, and right now we're just using text prompts, right? And give it 10 more years, and you're going to be able to work through everything from like right now. It's like, hey, Mr. AI, I don't like the way this cloud on the right looks. I need you to do this, make it a little different, and move that one little cloud. And right now it's like, if I was like, AI, this one cloud, it would drive you insane every time. And especially if you're paying for your tokens or whatever, and you can only use it so many times before you run out of tokens, it's like it'll drive you absolutely insane. You're like trying to get it to do this one little thing here, but it's like doing 20 different things over here, and you never get the exact result you're looking for. So but down the road it's going to be like that one day, right?
AI almost drove me mad because there's a lot of like creative works I want to have create in various means, but it just wasn't like, it would get so close, like 99% about it.
Yeah.
But that last 1%, and you're just like, I cannot, like.
I don't know how to explain this any better. I've emphasized it multiple times in this prompt. In every possible way I could possibly emphasize, this is what I want.
Or the model changes where they're like, you can no longer use the words like Samuel Jackson as a prompt. And I'm like, that's probably legally fair, but I'm super mad that my, methodology for mapping someone no longer works. And it'd be one thing if you could just have like get these models completely just to work on your own hardware. So it's like, okay, I have this. I've got a backup on an external hard drive. I'm not going to be cut off or updated on this. Where with a lot of the AI stuff, I think it's really cool, but I would, for professional work, I'd be like, I think it is a big mistake to build the more complex of the task you're trying to do with it, the more skeptical I am of it, just because you're like, if you had to have the machine draw the 3D character again, but with a hat, you're like, oh, it can't handle that. And you're like, what do you mean it can't handle?
You'll never get it exactly the same again.
And that's like the madness of it. It's just like, it's almost perfect. But then for the shortcomings, you're just like, I have no idea how to fix this.
Yeah, and that's going to be the balance as time goes on, and like a lot of people just gravitate towards ease and basically to the point of just like replacing themselves, right? And I don't think we want to just replace human beings with machines, but as always, like every tool we have is important, and using it as a tool rather than a replacement. You still need to have your ability to understand the depth of 3D modeling software, visuals and aesthetics and how it looks and how it works fundamentally. And it's the same thing with like computer programming. It can be an amazingly useful tool to expedite your projects, and you can code things on your own that it used to take like 20 people teams to code, but you still need to be able to go into that code and understand the fundamental of coding. And we don't want to lose that. You want to be in a world 10, 20 years down the road where no one knows how to code anymore. We need to know fundamentals and how our brain needs to work. We don't want to replace our cognitive abilities with, just ask Google,
Though I am hoping I'll be able to code enough that I can actually eliminate the project I'm doing because I'm like, hey, now it's done. Anyone can go use it for whatever they need to. It's been solved enough. Like, go now make something better from the secondary effects of this,
Yeah.
as opposed to where it's like, for me, that's just like, it's just a time suck. There's a time hit there, and I'm like, I want that to be filled in so no one has to do that again. If you want to do it, very well, but there's been many projects who have attempted to do this, most of which have not gotten to completion because it just like it ends up being just too time intensive. But
Yeah.
if we could get the machine to go and do that, hey, then it's done. And maybe the next thing is even cooler because you've like Mixamo opened up a lot of projects for people because a lot of people just did not have some like high quality animation data. Giving them some extra, it's good.
Yeah. And and that was a big one because most people don't have the resources to or the time to like film themselves or a talented dancer dancing or doing all those things and then be able to transfer that into rigging and into whatever you're trying to do. So it's nice that they let that out of the bag for sure. But yeah, sir, good talking to you again. I appreciate you coming out and hanging out. It's always a good time, and I think I'm gonna get going. And I think we covered a lot this time too. I like that. We moved around and I learned a lot. And
Same here.
I feel
and,
like you know a lot already, so I don't know how much more you can learn. You already seem like you know a lot.
There's always like even like certain things you're like Blender is really cool because everyone's going to use it for different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I find so interesting. Like, I'm generally like I like music myself, but I'm not a music video person.
Yeah.
So like seeing someone else be like, here's how I take this tool and use it for music videos. Like, I assume the little sample nodes, that's what the music actually looks like. As a non-music person, I'm just like, that's either my stock price or the music. I don't know enough to know if that's incorrect. And maybe that's like the next project. You're like, okay, so Blender 5.2 is out. Now we're going to give you your stock update as a musical track.
Yeah.
Just NVIDIA today. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down.
And I'm with Blender. I'm really trying to figure out a way to. I like to make the music videos with characters and stuff, but I also want to make like templates for just taking different tracks and throwing it in, and then I've already made the template for whatever the visual is, and you release a bunch of music with the same visuals, but they react to the music's based on what music you put into it or what tracks you put into it.
Yeah, that's
there's a lot of options there for sure within
Blender,
and
even
coming out.
Just like having like each animal react to a different track and follow it for things there. Like if you can do that for there, you take that piece of knowledge and you're like, okay, now we're going to change what the reaction is to this other things. And you're like, okay, here's our quick, would you like a music video? Pay me $50 and I'll give me your song and I'll make you a music video. Because you just plug it in, it's done, and it's like, yeah.
And that there's a market for that for sure, especially in the age of TikTok and all that stuff. There's always people needing quick solutions for content.
Definitely. And I'm, you never know when you're going to find like, actually, this is my new job now. It's a job that didn't exist before I taped it together. And that's nice. I hope to have that at some point myself, but it's always weird of trying to figure out where exactly the market's like demand is.
And I wish you the best luck and I hope you do find that one day.
As well.
And I'm trying not to gonna let this go too long.
Okay.
To the next one, I think it was like over 4 months, but I'm gonna try. I keep trying to do it once every month or two. So hopefully it won't be too far long till next time we talk, sir.
Sounds good. Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, take care and enjoy your weekend, man.
Okay. Bye-bye.